Hello guys, 𝔹𝕒𝕝𝕚 here, and today we're going to be looking at some of Let Me Explain Studio.
So everyone has that one particularly hilarious wrong number story, and it's usually in the form of a text message. Apparently some people consider it a good idea to text embarrassing information to a new number they just got from someone. I mean, wouldn't want to confirm you're actually talking to your friend Shannon when in fact you're telling a complete stranger all about your hemorrhoid problems. But my hilarious wrong number story came from a full-blown conversation with someone on the other line who was irrational, to say the very best of it. One evening, I was lying on my bed, probably drawing, when I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. It was my area code, so I figured, why not? This might be someone I know. I answered and said, "Hello?" A younger-sounding woman answered back, "Hello? Who is this?" Rebecca? "So, do you know my husband, Chris Miller?" I didn't recognize the name of the guy, so I said, "I'm sorry, who?" "Oh, you know full well who." "What?" "My husband has been texting and calling this number for months. I checked his phone. I want to know who you are and why you've been talking to my husband." Here we go. Found the root of the problem. And I said what every single one of us says in this circumstance. "I'm sorry, you have the wrong number." "Oh no, I do not have the wrong number. I'm not buying that. You're going to tell me right now who you are and how you know my husband." I guess any other normal person would have hung up on her, but I'm not normal. If anything, I was curious to see where this conversation was going to go. "Ma'am, I don't know anyone by your husband's name. You clearly have the wrong number." "You're just saying that because you don't want to admit you're seeing my husband." "Trust me, honey, I don't see any men, period, let alone someone else's husband." "I don't believe you." "You don't, huh?" "No." "Could tell I'm a floozy over the phone, could you?" "Yes." "I'm hanging up now." "No, you're not." "Maybe you should check the number you dialed again. It could be an honest mistake, you know." "The only one who needs to be honest is you." "Hello?" "Still here." "Make this easy and just tell me how long you've been his mistress." My, how things have escalated between me and your husband. Chris, you said his name was? "You know exactly what his name is. You've been hooking up with him." "Oh, I see." "Who did you say you were again?" 𝔹𝕒𝕝𝕚. "Well, Velma, you can just go." "Listen, this has been cute and everything, but honest to God, you have the wrong number. I don't know your husband. I've never called him before. I'm trying to politely tell you that you've made a mistake. A very common one, in fact. Happens to the best of us. So why don't you hang up, check the number, and..." "The only number I need to check is how many times I'm gonna kick your..." Good luck, Chris. You're screwed no matter what you say.
Bipolar depression. It's a dark, lonely place.
This is art inspired by real stories of people living with bipolar. I live in Texas, and in Texas there's an abundance of wildlife, which means there's an abundance of roadkill, which means there's an abundance of buzzards. Abundance. So about the time that I had graduated high school, one day my mom and I were driving down the highway, and just ahead of us on the median strip was something that you see a lot in my area, a deer carcass and a buzzard feeding on it. Now when you're young and you're trying to learn how to drive in my neck of the woods, they always say, watch the buzzards on the side of the road, because they're bad flyers and they especially have trouble taking off from the ground. So my mom and I are keeping an eye on this buzzard ahead of us, and in his beak is a huge chunk of carrion. Carrion, the word of the day, means dead, decaying meat. Even at that distance, I could see he had bitten off more than he could chew. Unintended. And as we get closer, he starts flapping his wings. He wouldn't. He might. And he did. I start yelling, Mom is yelling, there is no time to slam on the brakes. And at the last possible second... The buzzard dropped the bloody putrid meat all over the front of our car. Guys, the smell! Words cannot describe the puke factor here. My screams of terror had subsided into that shocked laughter that you sometimes do when you have a near-death experience. Yeah, couple that with violent gagging. Mom, being the responsible adult that she is, immediately pulled into a self-serve car wash